If you've been watching my videos for a while, then you know I'm all about helping you monetize your singing in the context of the new music business. What do I mean by the new music business? Let's start with what it isn't. It isn't about giving up control of your music brand and image to those who know better, have the money, or hold all the cards. It isn't about signing with labels or managers, although you can still do those things. What it is about is being a truly independent artist. It is about being authentic. It is about leveraging social media. It is about creating your own content. It is about diversifying your income streams. It is about being the CEO of your own music business. And it is about identifying your ideal fan and creating for them and for yourself. Fiona, what's an ideal fan? That sounds like playing favorites, and shouldn't my music appeal to everyone, or at least everyone in my general genre? And the answer to that question is a big no. You do not have to, nor should you appeal to a general audience, especially when you're trying to grow as an independent artist. So in this video, we're going to spend some time thinking about and identifying your ideal fan. Hi, I'm Fiona and welcome to my channel, the #1 place for singers to learn the mindset, marketing, and monetization tools you need to develop a profitable singing business. So what's an ideal fan? How do you find them, and what should you do with them once you have found them? Think of your ideal fan as the person you're singing to, and if you're a singer-songwriter, then the person you're also writing for. We artists are passionate people with deep wells of emotional experience. It's our job to share our own emotional catharsis with our audience. It's our job to share our music, to share our voices. But when we try to appeal to everyone, as I mentioned in this video about finding our music niche, we end up appealing to no one. And figuring out who we're singing to won't just help us on stage and in the studio. It'll also be massively helpful in attracting and growing our social media accounts, Instagram, Patreon, YouTube. Basically, it'll help you to attract your audience where you and they hang out. I remember working on this with one of my first business clients and how moved we both were as she realized that her ideal fan was really a younger version of herself. A young woman who felt alone and needed a friend in her life for guidance, hope, and support. So who are you writing music for? Who are you making music for? Let's go through an exercise that I give to all my private clients during one of our early working sessions together. But you don't have to work with me privately to benefit from this exercise, because in addition to going over it together here, I'm also including a link to a free copy of it in the description below. And don't be concerned about being too specific and somehow excluding people who would have enjoyed your music. What we're really doing here is getting to the essence of your ideal fan. You can trust the universe to filter for the energetic vibration of your actual ideal fans. For example, it may turn out that your ideal fan is female. That doesn't mean that men won't want to hear your music, but it might mean that the type of man attracted to your music will evolve. And it probably won't be the type who just wants to see a certain kind of body in a certain type of clothes. This exercise is for you. Make it make sense to you. Paragraphs, bullets, narrative, it all works. Pictures. And feel free to reorder the questions and move them around. Think of these questions as a starting point. This is a living document that changes as you do, so that over time you develop a clearer and clearer vision of exactly who you want to sing to and share your music with, who you want to talk to online, and who you want to see in the audience at your shows, gigs, and concerts. Let's start here, although again, remember, you can change these questions around and you can return to them at any time. Is your ideal fan male or female? How old are they? What is his or her name? If you have a gut response to these questions, then definitely put that down. If it seems too early to give your ideal fan a name, then come back to these questions. What is their relationship to music? Music in general. Did they grow up listening to their parents' music? Did they start listening in high school or college? Do they use it as an escape? Do they use it for catharsis? Do they use it to change their mood and state? If so, in what way? What's your relationship to music? Dive deep. These questions will start to hone your understanding of both your ideal fan and of yourself. A similar question is, why do they listen to music in the first place? Why do you? It may help you to think about the fans you already have and which ones bring out the best in you. Which ones make you feel the most deeply seen and understood? Thinking about this now, I realize that one of my truest fans is a profound musician himself who I've known for a long time. And when he tells me that my singing touches his soul, his words touch mine. Another one is a woman I met recently online who, like me, recognizes that the human voice has the power to transmute energy in the deepest and most spiritual ways. When taken together, it's clear that my ideal fans respond not just emotionally or physically to my music, but also spiritually. In addition to your music, what other music does your ideal fan like and listen to regularly? Are they eclectic in their taste? Or do they mostly like indie rock, jazz, girl bands, boy bands, classical, new country, or big band? Do they also play or sing themselves, professionally or as amateurs? Where and how do they listen to music? At home, at clubs, at concerts, stadiums, dive bars, or open mics? Alone or in groups? And how do they respond to music? Hum along, get up and dance, sway quietly, belt it out. What does your ideal fan do for a living? Do they like their job? Are they self-employed or corporate? Are they artists or entrepreneurs? What else do they like to do? How do they spend their free time? What is their income range? How do they spend their money? Your ideal fan's spending habits will become more important as you design your initial offerings, like merch at your gigs and levels of your Patreon or membership club. We'll cover these topics in more detail in a future video, but for now, it's worth beginning to think about. Here are some more questions to think about, and remember, all these prompts and the exercise as a whole are included in this free download. The link is in the description below. How does your ideal fan get around? Uber, Lyft, car? If car, what kind? Bus, metro? Do they watch the news? Care about current events? Are they political? What are they afraid of? Maybe you won't have the answer to all these questions right away. Remember, this is a living document. Spend time with it, live with it, let it grow and evolve as you do. What are their goals? Personally, professionally? Who are their heroes? Do they have a favorite food or drink? Do they prefer podcasts or audiobooks? TV, movies, or books? If so, which ones? What kind of clothes do they wear? What's their style? Do they have regrets? Are their regrets similar or different from yours? What are their pain points, persistent obstacles, challenges that they face? How do you and your music help them? Do you provide comfort, introspection? Does your music uplift them? Does your personal story inspire them? If you take this exercise and these prompts seriously, you'll have many insights about not just your ideal fan, but also yourself and your music. Some of these insights may even be profound. At the very least, you'll have a deeper connection with the people you are wanting to serve. Make sure you apply these insights not just to your music, but also to your social media campaigns. Talk to your ideal fan on Instagram stories. Tell your fans your opinions on Facebook. Share your personal stories on your blog. And now that you have a better idea of your ideal fan, take another look at the branding document you created after watching this video about personal branding. Go back through it and see if you want to make any adjustments based on what you've now discovered about your ideal fan. And if you haven't created your brand identity guidelines yet, go ahead and download this free guide all about personal branding for singers. Now, with your ideal fan in mind, you may also want to adjust your tagline and elevator speech, also included in this free guide. Link in the description below. Congratulations! Now you can also write music and/or choose rep with your ideal fan in mind. In fact, you can sing and speak directly to your ideal fan on a regular basis. As I mentioned earlier, this will profoundly impact the way you express yourself on social media. So, we've just completed a trio of videos on branding, the last two about personal branding and describing your music niche, and now this one about identifying your ideal fan. Now, I know if you're watching my videos, you understand the importance of diversifying your income streams. So in my next video, I'm actually going to address a request related to starting a voice studio I received on this video. So if you've thought about teaching singing, but you labeled that idea a fantasy because you don't know how to play piano, you'll definitely want to hit the notification bell because the next two videos are for you. If you found this video useful, please go ahead and like it, share it, subscribe to my channel, and let me know in the comments below what other topics you'd like me to cover to help you further your singing career. Don't underestimate the value I place on your engagement. This is a new channel, and your support, questions, observations, and sharings both here and on Instagram and Facebook go a long way towards helping me generate the fuel required to create these videos in the first place, which can sometimes feel like a lonely process. As I mentioned earlier, this video is part of a series about personal branding. You can find the other videos here, and once again, don't forget your free downloads. And as always, go out into the world and let your light shine. You deserve to be heard, and the world deserves to hear you.